So, good evening, you beautiful people. Do not adjust your sets. I know I've got a grey jumper on, and that is very, very rare for me. Those people watching on the listening, on the audio experience, you won't see it. You'll only ever have seen me, even if you've watched the video, in a black t-shirt. It's getting cold, isn't it? It's getting cold, and heating's bloody expensive. So Ross is starting to put a jumper on as opposed to turning the heating off, because I've got the heating on low, but it's not using a lot of electricity. Because I swear, right, I put the radiator on for 3 minutes last week, and it cost me 20 quid on the smart meter. I'm not even joking. Honestly, I went, hang on a minute, that's gone up 20 quid. It might have been a bit longer than 3 minutes, but it's bloody crazy, isn't it? Crazy at the minute. So, good evening, everybody. If you're watching on the replay, I'm going live right now on the 7th of November. It's exactly 4 minutes past 9. Loads of people are watching live on Facebook, on Twitter, and on LinkedIn as well. But if you're watching on the replay, it means the world that you've caught up on the replay. Do leave me like hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know you were listening or you're watching. Got loads to talk about tonight. Loads and loads and loads to talk about. I'm going to be recapping on our Act on This member-only Zoom session with the legend that was Julie Hesmondhalgh. She was on Act on This last week. You'll know Julie as playing Hayley Cropper in Coronation Street for 16 years. She left the show 9 years ago. She's since now gone on to do huge roles in things like Doctor Who, in Broadchurch, in Happy Valley. She's just written an incredible acting book that comes out on the 17th of November, 10 days from now. I want everybody to support Julie. It's only £8. I want people to support Julie and pre-order the book. I'm going to be telling you how you can do that shortly. But we read excerpts of it out on the broadcast on, when was it? Last Thursday night. Just a really, really valuable book from someone who's really, just had such a varied career, theatre, TV. Julie's going over to do a show on Broadway, I think, next year as well, January, February time in New York. So, huge variety of stuff. She set up her own theatre company. She never just sits there letting things, just happen. She's in control of them. She's like, I don't know where she gets her energy from, to be honest with you, but she's always putting herself out there in the industry, and it's just obviously led to an incredible career. So her ethos is exactly what I'm about and what actonthis.tv is about, literally about acting on your career, not just acting, when you get the opportunity to act, but actually taking your career into your own hands and getting stuff done, basically. So I'm going to play some clips out from that tonight. Got a great agent. Who's looking for an agent? Got a great agent on this coming Thursday night as well, 7:30 p.m. For all members of actonthis.tv. I really want to hammer home again, as always, the importance of using the next 7 weeks to your advantage as an actor, because what everybody does, I said this last week, I love this phrase going, I borrowed this off Gary Vaynerchuk. He says a lot of people in business around this time of year fold like cheap chairs because they're like, oh, my business hasn't done as well as I thought it would do, so we'll go all in next year and we'll have a better year in January. I see actors doing that. They're just like, oh, that's it now. Life's not gone as well as I thought it would have done this year. So you know what? I'm going to give up and I'm going to feel sorry for myself and I just can't handle it. And I'll try again in January. And I'm like, that's losing DNA, because in January, you and another 25,000 actors are going to be trying to get themselves out there, try to get a new agent. Now is the time where all your competition's dropping by the wayside, where you can get ahead. And it's now the time as well where agents in particular, that have time to look, for new clients in the new year when everyone's doing new year, new me. Agents are very, very busy. The industry's kicking off again. Lots of stuff's happening, and thousands of other actors are all applying to the same agents for rep. Now is the time to do it. So I'm going to be talking about that later on tonight as well. Just all happening, basically. So let me know how your week's begun, though. Anything exciting happened? Sharon, good evening. Hope you are well. Let's see what's going on in the comments here. I'm seeing lots of conversation. Josh says, I'm on set for a feature film this week and got an audition for another. Josh is just crushing it. Oh, by the way, I said last week I had my first in-the-room audition this year. It was for a great film, actually. A really good film made by Simon Pegg and Nick Frost's production company. Didn't get it. Just as a little update, 7th big audition of the year. They haven't got anything. This year, this is genuinely, just to be transparent with you all, right? This is the first year since 2010 where I haven't actually booked a role on TV. I've done a load of acting, voice acting for TV this year. In fact, I've got to go and record a scene for Coronation Street in a minute in my bedroom. Well, not in a minute, but after 10 o'clock. I do a lot of ADR, a lot of voice acting, done some big Netflix cartoons and stuff this year. Not booked a single in-vision acting job this year. Had some freaking great tapes. Really always done my best. I've never sort of like, put an audition in, dialed one in, sort of like, just sort of half-arsed anything. So I can feel really at peace with the fact that I just didn't get anything because, I don't know, it went another way, as you always get. Just want to say it was a great audition, but we've gone another way. Can you go my way? Can you just go my way for once? But I didn't get it. Yeah, I did a good job though. I'm happy with it. I think I did a good job. Just didn't get it. So if you are also in that boat, don't worry about it. Happens to us all. It's absolutely fine. Unless you're Josh, in which case he just gets everything. So well done, Josh. Josh is crushing it right now. But you deserve it, Josh. You're a hustler, man. You also you constantly are acting on the webinars that we do at Ats on This, taking your career into your own hands, mate. You deserve it. Natalie says today's been mad. Got invited to my first in-person audition in roughly 1.5 years. That's what we're just talking about, Nat. They're happening more and more now. Everything this year, bar that one I did last week, has been self-tapes or Zoom. That one I had last week. Do you know what as well? When people say, "Oh, it's just so lovely to be back in the room," and you think, "Oh, well, yeah, it's very sweet and it's a cute thing to say." It might not be that lovely to be back in the room. It actually is. It was genuinely really good. It would be if you're prepared, you're in the room stuff's always going to be good. The reason why people don't enjoy in the room stuff is if they are not putting the prep in. And sometimes that's hard to get it. Sometimes you get the script the night before, but get up early. If you really, really want it, you've got to find a way. If you don't, you're going to find an excuse and you're going to go, oh, yeah. I was at the audition last week. There were some people there who literally had not read. In the reception, I was asking them about it. They'd not read the script. They'd not read the whole script. So we got sent the entire script for the film. My character was like the best mate of the lead. So he only had about 4 or 5 scenes or something like that. I read the whole thing and made it my duty to spend, 90 minutes getting up early in the morning. I only got it the night before, had to just get up an hour and a half earlier, read the script. There could have been something in that script that informed the way I was going to play my scenes. And it also meant I could have a really in-depth conversation with the producer and the director about the script, and we could have a really good laugh about it. And I could say, "Oh, that bit later on where he says this, da 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 da," just shows that you take yourself seriously and your career seriously. I didn't get the part, so it couldn't have been that impactful. But I'm joking. But other people in the reception, I was trying to talk to them about it because there was some stuff that I didn't get. I just didn't get it. I was like, actually, that bit at the end, do you understand this bit, or what does he mean by that? None of them. They were all putting these bullshit excuses in. Oh, well, I only got it last night. Well, you just don't want it enough. You don't deserve to be here. Ultimately, well, that's just the way I feel about it. I'm like, so many actors tell me how, I want it so much. I really, really want it. And they can't even be asked reading the script. I mean, like, what's going on? But Natalie, I really hope your audition goes really, really well. The in-person one. Good for you. Let's have a look. Joanne's ordered Julie's book. I'm going to talk about Julie's book in a minute, Joe. Definitely. And Maya's had her eye surgery. It says, "I see you." Nice one, Maya. I'm happy about that as well. We're all winning, aren't we? Everybody's having a nice time, even if we're not all landing acting roles. Sharon's got a self-tape request from Martin Gibbons today. I love Martin. What a great casting director he is. Such a nice guy. And Sharon's doing some Mrs. Claus stuff this year as well. Nick's in the house. Nick, hope you're well, mate. Everybody's doing really good stuff. I love all this. This is very positive news. I like positive news because the world is, oh God, like, don't look at the news right now. Not great. Right, Julie Hesmondhalgh, total legend. For those people who don't know who Julie is, like I said before, you will know her because you'll recognise her from Coronation Street. Played Hayley Cropper in Coronation Street. Looks different in real life though. Hayley wore a wig. Well, Julie wore a wig to play Hayley, and generally a red iconic coat. There was Hayley Cropper. This is Julie here. I'm showing on the actsonthis.tv website now. Go over there. If you're not a member of this community, by the way, go and get a membership. You'll literally get to hang out with the biggest names in the industry every single week. The biggest casting directors, agents, actors, writers, producers, directors in TV. This is Julie here. You have to excuse the fact that the play button on this video covers her face up, but that's kind of what Julie looks like. We had an incredible chat last Thursday night with Julie, all about her career, about taking your career into your own hands, not freaking waiting for the phone to ring. And I've got a clip to play about that in a minute as well. But really, it was about Julie's new book as well, called An Actor's Alphabet. Just Google An Actor's Alphabet, Nick Hearn Books, or you can go to nickhearnbooks.com/an-actors-alphabet. And you get a book for $7.99 when it comes out on November the 17th, just in 10 days from now. A brilliant book. We had Julie on. We read loads of excerpts from the book and just really dive deep into her career. I'm going to play a little mashup of what you missed if you weren't there, but just here's a little bit of the 2-hour chat. With 16 years in Coronation Street under her belt, leading roles in top TV dramas like Happy Valley, Broadchurch and Doctor Who, she's just written, in my opinion, one of the most valuable acting books to ever hit our industry. It's the one, the only, Julie Hesmondhalgh.
I've been acting really since I left drama school when I was 21, which is in 1991. So yeah, I've been an actor for 31 years now.
You've had some wicked jobs, really, really amazing jobs. Obviously, like I said at the start, 16 years as Hayley and Corrie.
Hayley? What is the point in me giving you authority if you fail to exert it?
But I don't want to be in authority. I'm happy as I am. Couldn't you speak to him about taking too many smoking breaks?
No!
An Actor's Alphabet is as a candid and empowering A to Z of the realities of life as an actor in today's industry and how to navigate it. I've chosen F, the first chapter to dive into, and it says F is for fame, failure, and filling the well.
Stay creative. Stay focused on the work and not the consumption of the work.
Yeah.
So important. If you can make a difference to only one person's life through your work, what a privilege. And that can happen in an audience of 5.
W is for work, paid and unpaid, and making your own.
What small, brave step can you make today to honour your creativity and make the world a bit brighter? Do it. The whole last chapter, the sort of like wind up of the whole thing, ended up being this sort of like big appreciation of Ross.
What is the best advice you've ever been given by a fellow actor?
I was just wondering if you had any advice for, making these bold choices when you don't have a lot of context to go off.
Just have fun with it and just try to just bring yourself to the table, because I think that really, in telly in particular, a lot of the time they just want you to know what you want to do with your life is a huge privilege. So just try and keep hold of that, stay creative and just enjoy yourself. It's later than you think.
You can unlock the full 2-hour chat with Julie Hesmondhalgh at actonthis.tv right now. And if you get a membership to the website, not only will you unlock that chat, but you'll get invites every single week to the biggest, Zoom calls with the biggest names in the industry. We've got so many great people coming up before Christmas, by the way, guys. Huge names, BAFTA-winning casting directors, great agents, BAFTA-nominated directors. Just brilliant people who are all literally just like ready to just help you get further in your career faster by giving you the information that if you're not getting, to be honest with you, this is the way I look at it. I'm like, you know what, if you're allowing other actors to join this membership and get this information on a weekly basis, you're not, you're kind of mugging yourself off in the way that you're letting other people get access to stuff that actually is going to enable them to get ahead of you. So if you want to get involved and you want to get that information, actonthis.tv, come and get involved. Julie's an absolute ledge. Her book, honestly, yeah, like I say, An Actor's Alphabet, brilliant book. It's literally an A to Z. Every letter stands for something in the industry that Julie's, experienced in a 30-odd year career. And it's written just with a real humility, humour, just sort of in lots of moments very self-deprecating but real and just vulnerable kind of recollections of stuff that Julie's been through, both good and bad. So highly recommend it. I'll show you now if I just go over to Nick Hearn Books. Nick Hearn is the publisher. I'm not on commission, by the way, but I just love Julie, so I'm just going to promote it. That's the book there, An Actor's Alphabet, Nick Hearn Books. Nick, N-I-C-K, for those on the audio experience, H-E-R-N. Nick Hearn Books. Just Google An Actor's Alphabet Nick Hearn and you'll find this page, but it's at nickhearnbooks.co.uk /an-actors-alphabet. It's a bit convoluted, but you know what I mean. Just Google it. You will find it. It's only £8 if you pre-order it. And I think there's even signed copies available. I gave away 5 or 6 signed copies on the night. I've got another 9 copies to give away. Keep an eye on Act On This's Twitter. Between now and Christmas, I'm going to be giving copies of the book away between now and Christmas. Signed copies, actually, as well. But, you know, even if you go and pre-order one, do it anyway. Don't wait to try and win one. Please support her. Go and order one. And then if you do win one, give it as a Christmas present. You know, give it as a Christmas present to a friend. It's a brilliant, brilliant book. And let me know if you're here live now on Facebook, if you were actually on Thursday night's broadcast and what your biggest takeaway was from that chat with Julie. Trio says, we worked with her husband at Manchester Met. He was great. Yeah, Kirsch. He's brilliant. Ian Kershaw, great guy. I went to Manchester Met as well. And yeah, Ian and... Paul Warrener, his name was, came in to do, literally 1 week of TV with us. My only problem in Manchester Met is I always wanted to work in TV. And then we did 3 years of theatre. And by the end of it, they were like, do you want to do like 2 minutes of TV? I went, I would have loved to do like a lot more than that. It was an interesting one, yeah. I don't know if they gloss over TV nowadays or whether drama schools really go into it. Because they really freaking should. It's where so many people's careers are made and where the money is as well. Like, you know, theatre's great, but unless you're starring in a West End show, it's still pretty hard to make a decent living out of it, whereas TV is a bit more accessible. But horses for courses, if you want to do theatre, that's amazing. Some people just want to focus on that, and that's great. I love watching theatre, but I prefer acting in TV. So Joe says she was on Thursday. Joe, what was your biggest takeaway from Julie? The biggest thing that I got from it is in this next clip. Basically, and I am making a commitment myself personally now to everyone that's on this community that I am going to put my money where my mouth is, and I am definitely going to start producing more of my own work. I create content every day in the acting industry. Obviously this is content, I'm guessing. Obviously we produce all of the Zoom calls every week. I do video interviews, podcasts. But in terms of my own acting work, I don't really produce any. I've written stuff, but I've not actually sort of shot my own stuff. And I've got some great little mini scripts and things that I've written over the years and just some ideas that I've still got in my notes that have been in my notes a long time. And I'm like, you know what? After listening to Julie, basically, again on Thursday, and just so many of our guests who come on, those who are really winning in this industry, those who are producing their own stuff, look at what Phil Barantini's done. So I've got Phil coming round for a podcast in a couple of weeks. Phil was round my house 3 years ago, decorating my Christmas tree, talking about a idea for a short film he had called Boiling Point that was going to be basically a one-shot film, kind of improvised, not really properly scripted. And he was going to do his best to see if he could convince Stephen Graham to do it with him, to be in it and star as this character in it, this lead chef. He went on to do that. He shot a 24-minute short film in one take. Matt Lewis is the director of photography, an incredible guy. And that film was brilliant. I shot a vlog behind the scenes of it. If you go to youtube.com/watch Ross, you can see a vlog episode that I did all behind the scenes of that film being made. That did incredibly well. Phil was like, right, we need to do a feature-length version of it. Eventually went on to do that about a year later. That got nominated for 4 BAFTAs. Now, Phil's gone on to direct loads of other stuff, and he was an actor. He wasn't a director at the time. He just wanted to direct, and he was like, I'm not going to let any bullshit excuses talk me out of it. You know, I can direct without some sort of directing degree or whatever. I've been an actor a long time. I understand how TV works and film works. And now he's just had Boiling Point commissioned for a 5-episode TV series that Shaheen Baig is currently casting, starring Stephen Graham again, I imagine. And it's Stephen and Hannah Walters' production company, Matriarch, who are making it. But that's a guy, you know, who ultimately has just made his own work, and it's led to incredible, incredible things. So this next clip now, and I want you to make a pact with me if you're going to do this as well. You've got to commit to it though, and I'll hold you accountable, and you can all hold me accountable, because I'm going to start creating more of my own work now. If you've got an idea for something and you've been sat on it for ages, like I have, you've got to make a little commitment tonight to go, you know what, right, from now on, you know, we're going to do this. We're going to do more of it. We're going to start making more of our own stuff. Here's a little clip of Julie from Thursday night talking about how when she left drama school, didn't sort of land with big agents or anything like that. Neither did many of her friends. And they effectively built a theatre in like, what was it, like in an old, I think it was some sort of old kind of like not chapel. What do they call? It's in this clip basically. I think it was like underneath a block of flats, effectively, but it was some kind of sort of I don't know, chapel-y type place or something like that. But this is a clip from Julie ultimately telling everybody to stop waiting for the phone to ring.
We basically built a theatre under a block of flats in Paddington. This
Yes.
is like the great story of my life, is that we were just like, loads of us hadn't got agents. We were just really, really worried. You know what drama school's like. It's still the same now. Everything is geared up to that final showcase, getting an agent, getting yourself into the RSC, whatever.
Yeah.
And when you don't, it just feels absolutely hopeless. And this amazing director and teacher, Brian Asprey, who'd set up the first multiracial theatre company in South Africa. So he knew all about doing it. He was incredible, man. And he just said, well, let's build a theatre and put on plays there. And we were just like, well, how are we going to do that? And he was like, well, I ran a multiracial theatre in South Africa at the height of apartheid. So, I think you probably you bunch of 21-year-old dollies can probably do something. So we just wrote to every famous person we could think of.
Yes.
And hand wrote letters to them. This before email, and like an analog crowdfunder, we wrote letters and people sent us checks for thousands of pounds, like Alan Aitmore, John Gielgud, Emma Thompson, and we literally built a theatre under a block of flats in an old church hall owned by Franciscan monks. And for 2 years, we all signed on, and we'd go to the Dole office to sign on and say, well, we're running a theatre and putting on plays and inviting people, so it will lead to paid work eventually. And they'd be like, fine, because it was the 90s. And then we just put on plays, and it was like an incredible apprenticeship, not just in acting, but also in running a theatre, administrating,
business,
clean the toilets, make the banana cakes, run the cafe, make the costumes, run the lighting board for shows when you were in it. I mean, if there's one thing I'm passionate about in this industry, it's that. It's about not waiting for the phone to ring.
That's on this.tv. Get a membership, unlock the full chat. Honestly, it's such an inspiring chat, and Julie has just such a great way of telling those stories and reminiscing about those times. But ultimately, her entire career has been built on taking action, not waiting for the phone to ring. If she wants something, making it happen, as opposed to waiting for the chance of it happening. And just have a think now, like how you've ran 2022 so far. Have you really, been holding on to the power yourself and not realizing it? Have you actually been sat there just waiting for other people to give you permission to be in something? Have you been wishing for the agent, your agent or whatever, to call you? Or have you really been actually putting yourself out there and getting your own opportunities, writing to casting directors? If you've not even got an agent, how many agents have you actually written to? How many? That's the other thing as well. People tell me that, oh yeah, but I have done this, I've done that, and they've written to like 4 people. I'm like, there's probably 300 really, really high quality people across casting to write to in the TV industry, like who are casting particularly at least 150 who are casting the biggest stuff, and then you've got really good commercial casting directors as well, their assistants, their associates, and I speak to most people and it's like, oh yeah, well, I did a little bit of writing and I sent 8 emails and I didn't get a reply and I just give up. It's like, come on, you just got to be better than that. Julie, like she said there, literally built a theatre under a block of flats, did everything, sort the plays, rehearsed the plays, started the plays, her and her mates, ran the ticket office, cooked the cakes, mopped, cleaned the toilets, wrote to every famous person she could think of to raise money to fund the place. Have you done anything like that this year? Because maybe you want to start doing stuff like that ultimately, again, to kind of take control, or have you just felt helpless? Because you're not helpless. You've got so much more power than you're probably giving yourself credit for. So let's dive back into the comments here on Facebook. What is going down? Alex says his biggest takeaway was when Julie said, keep the faith that it'll all work out if you keep going. That's the key, isn't it, though? You got to keep going. He said he really needs to hear that last week, and also a tips for when you're having a wobble. Yeah, we went through 5 things that Julie does when she's sort of, mentally a little bit vulnerable, and maybe again things aren't going her way. She's not had it easy either. You might think, 16 years of Corrie, that's easy. You leave and everyone wants you. No agent wanted to sign Julie when she left Coronation Street. because in everybody's eyes, it was like, oh, you're Hayley out of Corrie. How can anyone ever see you as anything else? So she really struggled initially when she left to get work. But she really wanted it, so she found a way, not an excuse. Let's have a look. Filling the Well, says Sarah. That was another chapter of the book. Yeah, F is for fame, fortune, and filling the well. That was in Julie's book. Filling the well was such a great takeaway. Keeping creative, learning new skills. It is, and that's about, again, doing when you're not, being asked to do stuff, actually going, oh, well, I can still do it, even though I'm not being asked to audition for anything. I can still shoot my own stuff, make my own stuff, write my own stuff, collaborate, seek out people who inspire me and hang out with them. Even if it's not like, we're going to go and make a piece of work, hanging out with inspiring people in this industry will just lead to that happening anyway. You'll get involved somehow. Definitely. Josh says, write the theme tune, sing the theme tune. Yeah, exactly. That's that's what Julie had to do. She has to write the theme tune, sing the theme tune, everything. Right, this Thursday night, let me tell you what's going on for our next member-only mastermind session. This is just a really cool story, and I wanted to bring this guest on because I love bringing on people who have been actors in the actonthis.tv community themselves. They've actually joined actonthis.tv. They've been around our community a while. They've been a member of the website. And I love it when I can bring actors on who have started out literally knowing nothing, joining our community, going on to crush it. People we've had on previously like David Carpenter, Michelle Duran we're going to have on soon. These actors came to actonthis.tv, learn everything they, could learn about the industry, from all of the webinars and stuff that we're doing. They've acted on it, and then they've landed, big roles, regular roles in some serious TV drama. I love bringing those people on, but equally I love bringing people on who transition into other things, whether that's they were actors and then they're directors, people like Phil Barantini, who I mentioned before, and also actors who've decided, they're going to become agents because, they really like getting other people acting work rather than themselves necessarily. And we've got a great guest who has done just that. And actually, just a couple of months ago, had developed enough courage to not only work within an agency, but buy that agency, which is what I absolutely love. And this guest is is an actor in our community called Lucinda Sinclair, who you'll also know. Well, that's her acting name, but her agent name is Lucy Richardson. That's her actual name, not her acting name. And Lucy, bought. Is anyone here signed with? Maybe, I don't know if we've got many people here tonight who might even be signed with this agent. A leading Manchester acting agency called Atius Management. It used to be JLA back in the day when Jamie Lomas owned it, I think. Then he went back into Hollyoaks, sold the agency. Lucy has bought the agency very, very recently, just a few months ago. Has got some cracking clients on her books. Has signed 15 new clients since she's bought it. And if we go over, let me have a look. If we go over to Atius's Twitter, again, sorry for those on the audio experience, I'm just showing people Atius's Twitter account. They've got some people working in some great stuff. In fact, I think this is this actor Luke Delaney. I think his Coronation Street debut might have been this week. I think it's some point this week. Plays this character called Dave Fairchild. Apparently, I don't know, it's a pretty rough storyline. Like quite a hard-hitting storyline. I don't know a lot about it yet because it's all been kind of under wraps. But Luke is one of Lucy's clients. Let's see what else is on here. It says, this is another tweet from 11 hours ago tonight on Hollyoaks. See our wonderful Rebecca Claire Evans. So Rebecca must be doing some work on Hollyoaks right now. This actor Michael Schofield has been doing some filming. What's he been doing some filming on? Oh, Matalan commercial. She's got some great actors working on some. There's a new signing. Gavin Bromley must have signed Gavin recently. There's some great actors working on some great stuff though. What's that? Zoe. Zoe's a member of actonthis.tv. Has been busy filming a series for Netflix. I wonder what that is. But ultimately, Lucy's doing great work and really gives a shit. What I love about it is, Atius is a real hands-on kind of boutique agency. Lucy only reps 55 actors right now. She's looking for more, obviously. But she really cares. It's really personal management, and she's got some actors working in really good stuff. Just when I was actually doing a little Zoom trailer that I'm going to play out with you in a second with Lucy, a client got a job from Victor Jenkins and Seth Mason's casting office, literally while I was recording the Zoom little test with her earlier. So booking some really, really good stuff. If you are looking for an agent, now is the time, particularly with Lucy, actually, we bring these agents on to talk about agenting in general as well as their agency. So, it's relevant whether you've got an agent, you're looking for an agent, you want to move agents. It's relevant for everybody to join these chats, not if you just want to sign with Atius. But, I mean, now would be the time to do it. If you were looking to sign with Atius, come and join us on Thursday night for this chat and get the inside scoop on exactly how to sign with Luce, what she's looking for. Because now is the time to do it. She's building the agency now. I wouldn't wait until January because by then she might have signed another 15 people. So you want to be there. actonthis.tv/live if you want to get your membership so you can join the session. But let me play this little trailer out that I did with Lucy earlier, just so you can see who I'm talking about. See you in a sec. Actors, if you are looking for a quality acting agent right now, listen up. I've got an invite for you to this week's actonthis.tv live mastermind session. It's taking place on Thursday, the 10th of November at 7:30 p.m. with this wonderful woman here, agent and CEO of one of Manchester's leading acting agencies, Atius Management. It's Lucy Richardson in the house. Lucy, thank you so much for joining us. What are we chatting about on Thursday night then?
Thank you, Ross. Yeah, well, I'm back. This is where I all started, so it's
you've been part of the Act on This community for ages.
And I'm back as an agent, so I want to share my knowledge, my experience of how important it is for an actor-agent partnership.
Yep.
And working together and creating those opportunities and making it happen. I'd happily answer any questions that anyone may have. I'm just get ready to meet you all again.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're actually going to be looking at 3 clients that Lucy has signed recently. The very exciting work that they're actually doing on TV right now, Luce. Answering any questions people have, literally about approaching agents, getting signed by agents. Too many actors right now are waiting for 2023, Lucy, before they actually approach agents. Isn't it a better time to get an agent now than wait till January?
Now. Honestly, get all your details together, get your shop window ready and get in touch with the dream agent that you want. Why wait?
Exactly.
Don't wait until January because that's when I think everybody will probably do like new year, new me, new agent, everyone does it. So
yeah. Do it now. Do it now. If you want to get involved in this chat, folks, get yourself over right now to actonthis.tv/live for full details of this session and all future sessions as well. We do it every single week with the biggest casting directors, agents, actors, writers, producers, directors in the industry, the best people, Lucy, including yourself. Little bit of pressure. We got 10 seconds. Why don't actors want to miss this session in particular?
No, you don't want to miss it because I'm going to be very honest and give you a lot of hints and tips that you can use and take away.
Yeah, and Lucy's looking for clients literally right now. Be there, actonthis.tv/live. actonthis.tv/live if you want to get your membership and get a seat to that event. The week after that as well, we've got Aisha Bywaters, BAFTA-winning casting director, on. Phil Barantini's on a couple of weeks after that. We've got Showreel Surgery coming up. Oh, we've also got as well, let's not forget about this. If you remember actonthis.tv, we've got a Christmas cocktails and conversation evening happening sometime mid-December. They're always great fun. We just jump on, we all drink cocktails, jump on Zoom. Petch runs his Christmas big quiz, and we give away hundreds of pounds worth of Amazon gift cards. So do come and get involved in that. Another incredible member-only event. And also, folks, as well, I know members have really just had a lot of Zoom. We're probably all a bit zoomed out over the last couple of years for our monthly meetups. When we do a monthly meetup on the first Saturday of every month, we all get together on Zoom just for a social, really. But actors in the community can, meet other actors, collaborate, join forces, etc. It looks like on the 10th of December, put this date in your diary, in both Manchester and London, we are going to have our first in-person meetup. This happened for such a long time. So I'm going to be hosting that in Manchester at 53.2. And I've got a few of the London members who are going to be hosting that in London at a venue to be announced pretty soon. But I want all you London folk to get together as well. So I'm kind of like putting that responsibility on you guys. But I will be hosting the Manchester one for anybody in Manchester. We're going to go to 53.2. Probably going to be 11 a.m. till about 2 p.m, something like that. Just some Christmas cocktails, maybe some mulled wine. It's a Saturday. So you can have a little mulled wine even on a Saturday morning. You don't have to, but come and hang out. So that's happening as well. Very much looking forward to that. Sharon says love the cocktails nights. Sharon's going to be there on a blue WKD. What do you have, Sharon? I can't remember. I'm sure. Who is it as a blue wicked? Is that you? let us know. But it is good fun, really, really good fun. So we've got loads of stuff coming up for members of ActsOnThis.tv before Christmas. So do get involved, spread the word as well. Bring your friends to the party, and let's really end the year strong. Like I say, it's never been a better time to to sort of like start knuckling down your career now, having, a real strong finish to the year rather than just waiting for January, sleepwalking into the new year. Oh, I'll sort my career out then. It's so much harder to sort things out in January with another 20,000 actors all vying for the same attention from agents and casting directors, etc. Right, so we've got about 20 minutes left of tonight. One thing I just want to mention, I want to say thank you so much to everybody so far who has got involved in Bulletproof Actor, the brand new the mindset coaching weekend that I am hosting with high performance mindset coach and world record breaker Mr. Matt Hall in November. This is taking place across the weekend of Saturday the 26th and Sunday the 27th of November. The most in-depth, science-backed, high-performance psychology weekend for actors ever to have existed, because they just don't exist. I personally think mindset is really one of the most important, if not the most important, component to success as an actor and just success in life, ultimately. You can have the talent, you can understand the business, but if your head is just not in the right place, if your mental game is not strong, if you've not got, emotional and mental resilience, if, you just don't have that tenacity developed, if you don't understand yourself, you don't have self-awareness, understand your emotions, understand why you feel the way you do, understand what limiting beliefs you have around what you can and can't achieve, if you don't know how to annihilate those limiting beliefs, if you are stuck as a procrastinator, you don't have the sort of strategies and frameworks in place to actually get shit done, doesn't matter how talented you are or how much information you understand about the industry, you're just not going to succeed. So if you go to bulletproofactor.com, you can read all about this weekend. It's going to be a big weekend. It's not for the faint-hearted. If you get a ticket to this event, it's all on Zoom. You will get the full recordings of everything if you can't make it all live, but it's across this weekend, all on Zoom. The days will be long. They're going to be probably like 10 a.m. till 8 or 9 p.m. I mean, like really long days, because we've got a lot to cram in. Well, not cramming, that's the point. We've got a lot to go through, and I don't want to cram it in. I want to make sure that people actually understand, what it is that we're teaching here. But if you really want to get a grip of your mindset once and for all, you can watch video testimonials there of people previously been through the program. There's Oscar-winning actress Rachel Shenton. She did the program in 2014 and went on to win an Oscar. So that's pretty good. There's 520 quids worth of bonuses available as well if you get a ticket right now. That includes 30 days of follow-up coaching in a private Facebook group just for people on this weekend, a private WhatsApp group that Matt himself will be hosting. There'll be accountability and check-ins from everybody in that group. You will be expected to voice note in that group and actually set your intentions. There's bonus podcasts, there's all kinds of stuff. You can spread the cost of this event as well over 3 months if you want, because I know times are tough for people right now. I want to make it as accessible as possible. And I've priced tickets at 40 quid almost cheaper than this 2015 version of this program was. So it's a much bigger program. It's nearly 4 times the size, and it's cheaper. So I can't say fairer than that, basically. But bulletproofactor.com if you want to get involved in that. Would love to see you there. There's 120 places available, 101 places, just to be completely transparent with you, have been taken so far. So we've got 19 tickets left on that. That's taking place in roughly 19 days from now. So 1 ticket a day to sell, basically, till we will sell out. So if you are on the fence, you've been thinking about it, jump off the fence, just get a ticket. I promise you it'll change your life. It will literally make the rest of your life the best of your life if you implement what we are teaching. So get involved in that if you can. Would love to see you there. And now let's just do a little bit of Q&A. What's going on? What can I help people with? Anything I can help you with, do let me know. Alex says Dr. Aria is great. Yeah, that podcast there that you get for free if you get a ticket with Dr. Aria. That in itself, it's only about an hour and 15 minutes of a podcast interview that Matt did with Dr. Aria, an incredible high-performance coach. That in itself could change your life. Honestly, mindset. It really is the difference between those who make it and those who don't. It's the only thing above talent, really, that will hold you back. You've got to be talented, but like I said before, if you don't really have control of your emotions and they have control of you, you are screwed. And as actors, what's the one thing you need control of? Emotion. You know, if you are serving your emotions as opposed to your emotions serving you, like your work's not going to be good and your life's going to be rubbish. So yeah, let's get on top of it. Joe, I don't know where the London meetup is yet. It's to be confirmed, but we will announce something soon. I'm going to speak to Tom Housden, the Acts on This member who's down in London, who I think will be sort of putting the that stuff together, because he already does like these lunch meetups, I think, for members of Acts on This down in London. So he'll probably be able to tell us a good venue for that. Josh says it's my birthday weekend that weekend, so I'll do my best to be to be awake and sober to attend the live Zooms. Will be good, Josh. I think you're going to get more from it if you're awake. Definitely. I can't program your brain if you're asleep, and I think if you were sober, you'd probably get it a bit better. But that's the one advantage you do get. If you get a ticket, is you get the full recordings of everything for life. So if you can't be there live, get a ticket anyway, because this is going to be the cheapest this program ever is. It will be 3 times the price next year. That's how I do this, by the way, just to be transparent with you. I always offer an incredibly cheap price initially so that I can teach my programs to actors live. I did this with First TV Roll Fast Track. And then after that, it's never done live again. It's only done as a pre-recorded course, which is still super, super valuable. But as a reward for helping me make the course effectively, those people who go through it live with me get it way cheaper. They get it a third of the price that it is when it launches as a pre-recorded program. Still a bargain at 3 times the price, but if you want to get the live aspects of it and the follow-up coaching for 30 days, because that won't be available either on the next intakes of this course, then get a ticket now, because it really is. It's not a sales tactic. I promise you, it really is the only time we're ever going to teach this live, and the only time we're going to do the 30 days of aftercare as well. In 2023, the program will be available 100%, but it will be 3 times the price, and you won't get any live aspects at all. So do get involved now if you can. I understand if you can't, because times are tough. Maybe down the line is better for you, but like I say, it will cost a significant amount more, really. That's just how I do this. What else is going down? Alex says watched him on Stephen Bartlett's podcast. Yeah, Dr. Aria, very, very good, really, really good guy, definitely. Yeah, if you do get a ticket, go and listen to that podcast with Dr. Aria. So what else can we cover then for a few minutes? We've got like 15 minutes left or so. What's happening this week? Set your intention. If you're here now, let me know one thing that you are going to do this week, that you are going to commit to right now, that you're going to do tomorrow, that's going to move the needle on your acting career. What are you going to do? What are you going to, I don't know, maybe give your spotlight an overhaul. Look at the photographs that you've got on there. Look at the show reel footage that you've got on there. You're going to need to do an edit of your reel. You're going to upload some new footage. You're going to finally, sort of write to those people you've been putting off writing to for ages. What are you going to do? Something, that's going to move the needle. Let me know in the comments now, and we'll all keep you accountable, basically. Well, next Monday we'll go, oi, have you done that? Josh says, wouldn't it be good to take in a whole course while sleeping? Yeah, it would, Josh, definitely. I think I'd have to invent something and go on Dragon's Den. Yeah, well, I mean, you know what? Like, people do... When you look at the site, so we obviously, Bulletproof Acts is a really science-backed program. And there really is a lot of science behind how memories are formed, and these things called engrams that are formed within your brain. And they often are formed and strengthened overnight when you sleep. So there is, sometimes you might have heard people say, oh, if you really want to learn your lines, sort of do it in bed last thing at night or whatever, and you'll wake up having, a really good memory of those lines. And I've tried that, and it really does work, because, your brain is making these memories and forming these, neuro kind of, connections in your head while you are sleeping, and you're regenerating in deep sleep and rapid eye movement sleep and the various types of sleep that you get through the night. So you could, maybe you could develop something, Josh, that sort of like plays that information to you just as you drop it off. So you're still conscious and you're hearing it, and then maybe it's formed as a memory overnight. But it's probably better just to tune in and watch live, mate. Let's have a look. Sarah's going to practice her Birmingham accent ready for the new Peaky Blinders film casting. That's what she's going to do this week. So how are you going to do that, Sarah? Let's get really specific, though. what, if you're going to commit to doing that this week, you've got to get specific, folks, on what it is you're doing, and also scheduling it. When are you doing that, Sarah? Are you going to schedule 10 till 12 tomorrow in your calendar to go, this is when I'm doing it? So you're going to wake up with an intention, knowing what you're going to do. You're not going to have to muck around in the morning thinking, oh, what do I do? What am I doing at 10? Oh, at some point I'll do a bit of Birmingham, and then you sit down for 5 minutes and you do a bit of Birmingham and you go, that's it, done. Let's get specific. How long are you doing? When are you doing it? Because that's a big part of Bulletproof Actor as well. It's a really practical course. We're really helping people set goals properly in a non-overwhelming way, but in a really, still an ambitious way, but in a way that's actually going to lead to action taking, not overwhelm and, delusion. And I'm really of the school of thought that Tony Robbins talks about people really overestimate what they can achieve in a year, but they hugely underestimate what they can achieve in a decade. So what most people do is they go hell for leather for a year, try to do everything at once. Because they do everything at once, they don't really do anything well. So they don't achieve all these amazing things they think they should be achieving in a year, and then they give up. As opposed to thinking, you know what, if I just get 2 or 3 big ambitious goals done a year, after 3 years, that's 9 things potentially that are game changing. And you have like 3 lots of those 3 years, you've changed your life and you're living an incredible life after a decade. But people just don't want to see that far ahead, or they don't want to think, oh, it's going to take me 10 years to build a career. No, it just is. It just does for most people. But it'll be a career that you've built that's sustainable. It's not a quick flash in the pan and like you've had a bit of luck and then you're back to square one. So a big part of the course, is helping people set really manageable goals, and also fill in the gap. I think there's a huge gap in people's goal setting. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's part of the program, but it's a thing that nobody thinks about. They focus on the outcome of their goals, and they don't focus on the next thing they focus on is the processes. So it's basically, okay, here's my goal, here's what I need to do to get it. But there's one thing that they never focus on, which if they did focus on that and they forgot about the outcome, they'd get the outcome anyway. So I'm not going to spoil it for you because that's for all the people who've got a Bulletproof Actor ticket, but there's just stuff there that will change the game for you. But let's get specific on what we're going to do this week. Rich says create 2 new self-tapes for Twitter. Right, Rich, what are they? What are they, mate? Have you written them already? Are they improvs? Are they scripted? Are you writing them? Is someone else writing them? Let's get dead specific. What are they? And then when are you publishing them? So you're going to create 2 new ones this week. You're filming them this week, and you're going to publish one this week and one next week. Or let's get dead specific on that. Joe's going to contact casting director for Waterloo Road, plus find a photographer. She's looking for ideas, southern based. That's something, Joe, you could absolutely, you post in our Facebook group, recommendations for, London headshot photographers. Please post links in the comments. That's something you could have done in an hour this week. Let's definitely get that done. Definitely. Sarah's gonna practicing the Birmingham accent. So let's get specific on that. There you go. Already, Andrew's just put a photographer, Alan Howard. He said in London is awesome. So check out him there. And let's have a look. What's all these comments? I'm sorry if I'm missing comments, guys. I just had an influx of comments from Facebook here. Let's have a look. What's Maya saying? I'm missing all these comments, folks. Facebook's just bugging out on me a second. Alex says he's emailing some agents. I do have... What's that, Alex? I do have my headshot session. Oh, awesome, on the 25th. But I'm emailing now rather than waiting. Yeah, that's great, Alex. And that's also another reason to reach out once you've got some new stuff. You don't have to email everybody now, but send some stuff out now. And then whilst, you're sending out the emails with your new stuff, you're rotating everybody, aren't you? That's what I do. I go, right, I've got 100 people to write to. If I write to 30 a month, then I'm roughly writing to people 4 times a year, because I'll just rotate them out every 3 months. I go, right, I start on number 1, and then 3 months is up and I'm back to number 1. Just keep doing that, mate. You should always just be sending stuff out. How are you getting on with agents as well, Alex? Because I know you've been looking for an agent over the last couple of weeks. Have you reached out to anybody already? Let us know. Rich is back with his back everywhere there. Sorry. with his Twitter videos here. Doctor and sales rep all ready to go. Filming tomorrow. Out on Twitter by Friday. Nice one. Good. You might want to, yeah. I mean, you might want to put one out. What's pretty good, Rich, I find, is just sort of like, regular. It's a build up, and this is what Lawrence Russell's done, and Harry Stravaldwin's done, and Johnny Weldon. Is putting one good quality piece out every Friday 11 a.m. I'm going to drop another sketch or whatever, and just building up that anticipation. Because you're rewarded on a lot of social media platforms for posting regularly as well. Posting at the same time. So you sort of, you'll build up a bit of a fan base. They'll be expecting stuff. And then it'll gain, it often gains more traction that way rather than just, putting stuff out sporadically. So if you're filming 2 this week, you might want to save one for next week. Whilst, you put one out this week, film another couple of early next week. So then you're going to put the other one you film this week out next Friday, but then you've got another couple in the bag. So you're always a little bit ahead of yourself. I always find that a bit easier. I always try and record podcasts way in advance so that when I'm putting them out and that's on this, it's not like, oh God, who have I got to get for next week? Who am I doing next week? I always try and plan quite a few weeks ahead so you don't get stressed out that way. Sarah says Kim Hardy's a great London photographer. I've seen some of Kim's work as well. Joe, Kim's really, really good as well. Maya says I was going to do a vlog this year and get one out every Tuesday. I did one last January. Maya, come on. We can do this. Yeah, if you're honestly getting into, and I understand it's hard, right? Every single week now for 3 years, I've had to have a guest on atsonthis.tv. I know, scheduling content, booking guests, particularly when you're at the mercy of other people is hard. If you're doing a vlog and it's all on your own volition, it's not as bad. But obviously other things are going to, be vying for your time. But yeah, the only way to do stuff really is to schedule stuff, honestly, and get it in your diary so it's a non-negotiable. Tony Robbins, again, I use a lot of his work, but he says when your shoulds turn to musts, you get them done. When it's like, oh, I should have done a vlog this week. It's very different when the language you're using around it is I must film a vlog this week. Because your ego gets involved then, and it's kind of like, come on, your identity gets involved. If you are a vlogger, by not vlogging, it's invalidating your identity as a vlogger. So then, therefore, your ego gets involved and goes, oi, Maya, what are you doing? Come on, get a vlog done this week. You're a vlogger. That's what you do. Maybe people, who go at the gym resonate with that. It's like, you're a gym goer. Come on, what are you doing? You want a day off? No. You go to the gym. You're a gym goer. You're a runner or whatever. Go out and have a run. Yeah, you've got to schedule it up. But do it again. Start now, Maya. Don't wait till January and go, I'm going to do it next year. Why don't you commit now to putting a vlog out once a week now until Christmas? You can have Christmas off and New Year off and then start again in January. But why not just 5-minute vlog? Get an episode done this week. You'll feel great for having done it. Honestly, Alex has emailed 30 agents so far. Nice work, Alex. Good work, mate. That's good. That's action taking for you. I like that. And then you're going to email others when you've got your new headshots. Yeah, good for you, dude. Definitely. Maya's written comedy sketches as well. Let's see him, Maya. Honestly, I am committing to shooting more of my own stuff because I'm going to practice what I preach. I create loads of content, like I say. It's all acts on this stuff. I do it every single day, but I'm going to start creating stuff that's for me, selfishly. It's just for me. That's my acting stuff. I'm like, look, I'm not going to wait and just wait for auditions as well. I'm going to start actually producing my own stuff. Nick says I've got a Google review lined up for tomorrow. I keep playing with the style to try to find out what's working, but not fixated on it as I just enjoy doing them and learn how to do stuff. What do you mean, Nick? I've got a Google review lined up for tomorrow. What do you mean, son? Let me know. What's a Google review? I mean, like a review of yourself? What's a Google review? When it comes to acting, I don't know. So yeah, let us know about that. Right, folks, so it's 3 minutes to. We're going to start wrapping this up. I'm going to play the trailer out again for Thursday night's member-only Zoom call with Lucy Richardson, CEO and lead agent at Attius Management. She bought the company a few months ago, got some cracking actors working in some brilliant TV stuff at the moment. And if you are looking for an agent, honest to God, you don't miss this session. Don't miss it live as well, if you can. I mean, the recording will go online on Friday afternoon. But like I say, Lucy's looking for actors right now. And I know she'll be getting quite a few emails from people who tune into this live. But if you can get on this live and you can really hear her out, listen to what she wants, and really tailor your approach to exactly that, I just know she's looking for clients right now. Not loads. She's got 55 clients on the books. I think most boutique agencies that I know of have around, 70 to 80 clients. So, I'm sure she'll be expanding the books towards the end. Well, right now, to be honest, and then a little bit into the new year potentially. But don't hang about. If you can be on this one live, definitely come and join this one live. So I'll play the trailer out to end tonight for those who missed it earlier. I reenact Google reviews on my social media. Oh, do you? Nick, I didn't know you did that. That's great. Do you know what I see? Do you know some of the funniest reviews that I see are Amazon reviews? You get some people reviewing the most mundane stuff. Go and have a look at Veet hair removal on Amazon. Look at the reviews from guys who have used that in certain areas that you shouldn't use it on. And just have a read of it. I don't know if they're made up or it's just comedians just writing them, but some of the stuff that I've seen on Veet reviews on Amazon are absolutely amazing. Alex can't make it live because he's got a class. Alex, just catch up on Friday, mate. Basically, just don't leave it 2 weeks to watch the one with Lucy, because she might have signed quite a few people by then. So yeah, do catch up on that as soon as you can. And everybody go and check out at Nick Dutton Actor on Twitter, I'm guessing. And let's go and watch his Google reviews. Nick, I'm going to watch it, mate. I love that. That sounds quite funny. I didn't know what you meant before. I thought, what do you mean? I'm doing a Google review. Do you review yourself? Do a Google review of me, Nick. That'll be good. Get me a 5-star rating. And Lucy's coming to a showcase, is she, Alex? Nice one. Yeah, honestly, let's get people signed with agents this side of Christmas as opposed to waiting until 2023. It's just so much harder doing it in January, and it's what every lazy actor's doing right now. They're going out, they're just getting pissed, they're running away from the life, they're going, oh, it's such a tough year, I'm going to wait till next year. No, come on. If you really want it, let's keep going. There's only 7 weeks left. Hit it hard, relax over Christmas then. You're going to be way less anxious over Christmas when you know the work's been done, and you can head into January with optimism and and sort of being happy. Like, I've got a new agent. Let's see. I'm so optimistic of the opportunities I'm going to get this year, as opposed to January the 4th coming around and thinking, oh God, I did nothing towards the back end of last year. I need new headshots. I need a new show reel. I'm overwhelmed and I'm hungover. Let's not do that. I know loads of actors will. Just don't be one of them, because you'll get way further, way faster than all them lot. Right, folks, love to you all. Have an amazing week this week. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It really means the world. If you watch on the replay, please leave a hashtag replay in the comments below. And get your trial. If you're not a member of actsonthis.tv and you want to just kick the tires on the community for a week for just £1, literally can't make it cheaper. actsonthis.tv/trial. Go just get your £1 trial. If you get it now, you can join us on Thursday night with Lucy, and you only spent £1. Literally can't give you better value than that. So yeah, actsonthis.tv/trial. You will want to stay past your trial though, because you'll realise you should have signed up years ago. It's generally the consensus. What I get from most people, they normally tweet me going, "Oh my God, how have I just found out about Acts on this now? Wish I'd have signed up years ago." There's like 400 hours worth of content in the members area from the biggest actors, agents, and casting directors in the game, all literally just there, ready for you to take in and actually, use to get ahead of all of your competition who just can't be asked to watch it. Yeah, go get that inside edge effectively. Right, I'm going to play this little trailer out from Lucy again. Join us Thursday night if you can, 7:30 p.m. Go to actsonthis.tv/live. Get your membership. And yeah, let's, like I said before, let's aim to end 2022 stronger than we started, ultimately. Because if you can do that, regardless of what you've achieved in the middle, you've won the year. If you can finish 2022 stronger than you started it, you have won the year. That's as simple as that. So that's what you should commit to doing right now. So love to everybody. I will catch up with you soon, and come and join us Thursday night if you can. Until next time, folks, thank you for being here. Bye for now. Actors, if you are looking for a quality acting agent right now, listen up. I've got an invite for you to this week's actonthis.tv live mastermind session. It's taking place on Thursday, the 10th of November at 7:30 p.m. with this wonderful woman here, agent and CEO of one of Manchester's leading acting agencies, Attius Management. It's Lucy Richardson in the house. Lucy, thank you so much for joining us. What are we chatting about on Thursday night then?
Thank you, Ross. Yeah, well, I'm back. This is where I all started, so it's
You've been part of the Acts on This community for ages.
And I'm back as an agent, so I want to share my knowledge, my experience of how important it is for an actor-agent partnership.
Yep.
And working together and creating those opportunities and making it happen. I'd happily answer any questions that anyone may have. I'm just get ready to meet you all again.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're actually going to be looking at 3 clients that Lucy has signed recently. The very exciting work that they're actually doing on TV right now, Luce. Answering any questions people have, literally about approaching agents, getting signed by agents. Too many actors right now are waiting for 2023, Lucy, before they actually approach agents. Isn't it a better time to get an agent now than wait till January?
Now, honestly, get all your details together, get your shop window ready, and get in touch with the dream agent that you want. Why wait?
Exactly.
Don't wait until January, because that's when I think everybody will probably do like new year, new me, new agent, everyone does it. So
yeah. Do it now. Do it now. If you want to get involved in this chat, folks, get yourself over right now to actonthis.tv/live for full details of this session and all future sessions as well. We do it every single week with the biggest casting directors, agents, actors, writers, producers, directors in the industry, the best people, Lucy, including yourself. Little bit of pressure. We got 10 seconds. Why do actors want to miss this session in particular?
No, you don't want to miss it, because I'm going to be very honest and give you a lot of hints and tips that you can use and take away.
Yeah, and Lucy's looking for clients literally right now. Be there. actonthis.tv/live.